Welcome back. This is Today, and friends of the late musician Mandla Maphumulo say that they are heartbroken by the passing of their fellow artist. Hundreds of mourners gathered at the eThekwini Community Church to remember the late Kwaito star. The Big Nuz member passed away on Christmas Eve after suffering a stroke a week earlier. Our reporter Ngobile Matlala is following that story and joins us now for more. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon, Ngobile. And I mean, there have been a number of videos that have been circulating on social media. Rather than a memorial service, it seemed like a huge celebration of the life and the legacy in the music world that Mampintsha created. Tell us a little bit about those proceedings.
Well, yes, Rafiwa, it was more of a celebration than a memorial. In fact, we saw even Mampintsha's wife, Dumo, also singing along and even dancing at some point. You could see that everybody has celebrated the late star. And more than anything, Rafiwa, you will remember that he's played a huge role in ensuring that many of these people have succeeded in the industry. And also he had been the kind of a unifying voice between the actors, the singers, and so on. So everybody was there to celebrate him and remember him for who he was and what he had provided for the industry. In fact, when we saw the MC Ulinda Spear, when he was speaking to the people, he even said that to the people that were there were fans, there were family, there were friends, and he said, even though we're starting with the church proceeding, we are going to go on into the part where people can just celebrate. So they started with the proceeding, they had people speak, they had Ubaba Mampintsha come up and also speak what was in his heart. We even saw Mama Mampintsha coming in as well. But after that, they just opened the space for everybody to come in and celebrate. They brought everyone on the stage, everyone who was an artist, everyone who had known him, to just sort of dance and sing and celebrate. As they said, Mampintsha was the one to encourage everybody to be themselves, to encourage them to try something else, and that's exactly what they were trying to do. But what was also interesting, Rafiwa, is that we saw some of his friends, like about DJ Tera, about Izozo, Danger as well, who is the last remaining Big Nuz, a last surviving Big Nuz member, speaking out about how they feel. Utizozo was one of them to say, let's celebrate all of this, and let's celebrate the legacy he has left behind. Udanger said that even though he is gone, it doesn't mean that he is going to stop. He wants Big Nuz to carry on and grow. And we heard the same thing from DJ Tera, saying that he might be gone, but his wife, his child needs to have food, they need to have money, they need to be back on thingy in the stage as well. Dumo needs to be back on the stage singing. She needs to be as big as she was in the past, and so they want to make sure that she's back and that she is back with basically the bang. And they were saying that the song that the Big Nuz released, they want to make sure that they also vote for that because they want it to be a song of the year. But let's listen in as DJ Tera explains.
Kunzima khona izinto ohlezi mawuhlezi uyicabangela ungayicabangi ukuthi ngempela izokwenzeka. Bengingacabanga ukuthi empilweni yami ngizobona isithombe sikanjena samampintsha. Inhliziyo yami namanje isebhlungu. But into ezokwazi ukuthi size ukuthi siye phambili uthando lwenu enisinikeza lona. And ngiyabonga ukuthi njengamanje lendlu lena igcwele kanjena kuze kube ngaphandle kusho ukuthi ngempela uthando elinalo for Mampintsha, for a Big Nuz, for Afrotainment, for West Inc lukhona lukhulu. Mningi kumsebenze kufanele siwenze manje oyaphambili. Usisi wethu uBabes wodumo kumele ukuthi abuyele endaweni yakhe at the top.
Yeah, some very interesting insights there, and a really big push for Babes to live on and continue on the Gqom legacy that was pioneered by Big Nuz. I mean, she was there with her little son. Obviously, he's too young to know what is happening, and I suppose the support is going to be very important for those around them as he grows into a world without a father. And Nobile, if you want to reflect on that, you may, but also perhaps just share the funeral details with us, and if you've gotten any details around how that procession is going to work.
Well, at this point, from what we have been told, Rafiwa, is that the funeral will be tomorrow at the ICC, and we do know that it's going to get underway from 9 a.m. We are going to get more details by the end of the day, because we do understand that they're still sorting out a lot with regards to accreditation and how the sessions are going to work. You will remember that today they had 2 sessions. They had one for the family, and they had one for the people, community, and artists to celebrate Mampintsha. We saw it play out, but we do know that at this point they're still working on that, so we are going to get more details on that. But for now, we know that ICC is where it's all going to happen tomorrow. But yes, going back to what you're saying with regards to the little one growing into a world without any father, we have heard from Utizozo, from DJ Tira, as well as Danger, that they are going to be there. They have been there from the beginning when everything, when they heard the news on the 24th. We saw them in the house. DJ Tira was already out performing. You would remember that Big Nuz was also booked to perform this December and all the festivities, but unfortunately they couldn't do it because of what occurred. We do know that DJ Tira came from Cape Town to KZN to pay his respects. It was a little later, but we do know that Danger had been there with Ubebso Dumo, as well as Dizozo, who has been playing a big role as well in speaking out for the artists in the industry, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, and ensuring that everything goes according to plan. Now, we do know that they have already promised that they are going to be a supporting system for Mampintsha's wife, Ubebso Dumo. As you heard there, DJ Tira just explaining that they want to make sure that her career goes back to where it was, that she can continue to live, but also that means that they're going to be with the family in ensuring that she does get the support that she needs. We heard from Ubebso Dumo's dad, as well as Mampintsha's dad, also saying that as a family they are going to be united in assisting her in however way, so they're going to give her the support that she deserves, which means, of course, that support will translate to the little one getting the support too.
That's absolutely important indeed, Nobile, and I'm sure you're going to be covering the funeral for us tomorrow, and continuing to cover the tributes that will be pouring in as they lay Mampintsha to his final resting place. That is Nobile Madlala giving us the very latest out of the memorial service for Mampintsha, who passed away on Christmas Eve after having suffered a stroke.